Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. I hope you're doing very well. So today I'm here to do another monthly favourites because we are at the end of October already, and I say this every month because I don't want to start repeating myself, but it feels like this year is just gone. It's literally flown by. Obviously today I'm filming this on Thursday, it'll be up on a Friday, and then that means the day after it's going to be Halloween, so I'm very excited about Halloween. Not that I'll be going to do any trick-or-treating or doing anything. I'll be at home relaxing, watching some horror films, so that is going to be my Halloween. But today's video I'm just going to be talking about a couple of products that I have enjoyed over this past month. There's a couple of products that obviously I can't physically show you because it's stuff that I've been watching. So actually let me start with those. So like non-makeup related stuff. So one thing that I have been addicted to watching, and my husband as well, we've been watching The Boys on Amazon Prime. And if you don't know what The Boys is, it's a TV show. So originally it's a comic book that has been adapted into a TV show. Obviously it's like the thing right now after Marvel and DC. And it's it's really freaking good. This is like the second season. There's only 2 seasons out at the moment. It's got Carl Urban in it, so he, if you know, is amazing. He's in Judge Dredd, where he's in the Dredd movie. He was in Lord of the Rings. He was in the Star Trek, like the reboot franchise, the one with Chris Pine. And it's great. It's really fun. Like, in case you didn't know, I used to work in a comic book shop for many years, and I would see that graphic novel every freaking day and no one was buying it, and it was going on sale constantly and just really cheap. But now obviously the TV show's out and it's getting so much hype. Obviously there's a lot of, you know, reviving around it, but it's a great show if you want to watch something that's kind of superheroes being massive assholes and dickheads. Watch The Boys. It is a lot of fun. It's not for kids. It's definitely an 18 type of show. But yeah, that's what we've been watching. We've been watching Bake Off because I'm addicted to Bake Off and I'm loving it at the moment. This season is really good. What else have been watching? Just random usual stuff. But if I think of anything else, I'll pop it. I'll tell you guys afterwards. But let's get on with the actual makeup. And I've got some skincare products as well. Let's start off with the skincare. So I'm talking about the Face City stuff because I purchased these. Is it in my last? I purchased this as I was doing my last favorite video, so I've had these for a month now, and these have been actually working quite well. They do get very horrible kind of a couple of days that you go into them. So initially you would put them in warm water to kind of soak up the water, obviously, and then you would rub it on the face, and it would be kind of to help kind of cleanse all the dirt and all the kind of like the pores in your skin. I purchased the one with chamomile because I have extremely sensitive skin, and this is aimed for people with like rosacea and yeah, just like kind of spot prone skin, and it is really soothing. It's really nice. I know in my video that I did, I spoke about it as to how soft it really makes my skin, and it works really well. The only problem I have with it is that I don't really have anywhere to keep it to be dry. So if you're using it twice a day, it will take up a lot of the day for it to actually dry up for you to use it again. And then when you use it again, it gets really kind of not moldy, but it becomes really kind of, it falls apart basically. And because it's kind of got this little stitching around it that kind of comes apart, some of the flowers come out a bit after the second turn, I guess, maybe like the next day. And you can use these up to about 4 times. You can use these 8 uses. I haven't really gotten 8 uses out of them, just because again, you're using them twice a day. By the time you use it the second time of the day, it's still kind of wet, and then using it again is a little bit funny. But if you have really sensitive skin, or if you have any type, whatever your skin type is, they have these, you know, wipes for them, and they're really good. They're very environmentally friendly and they're not very expensive. I bought like a buy one get one free set. If you want to check out my video, please do. just to kind of get you a better insight into it. But it worked really well, just considering the kind of effects of them are a bit here. And then another kind of non-makeup related but kind of related is this kind of brush cleaner. I know, so random, but I have been needing something proper to clean my brushes with for a while, because obviously I clean my brushes, but then the spray that I was using just didn't seem to be as good. So I went to Boots just to have a look at what makeup cleaner stuff they had, and this is actually pretty good. So this is from Real Techniques. As you know, they do brushes as well. So this comes with a balm that you would add water to, and then you would just clean it, and then you would use this little pad to kind of get into the brush to clean it, and it works really well. I know it's random to have it as like a favourites, but it's been working so well with my brushes, and especially that they haven't damaged my brushes either, because a lot of my brushes, they're not very expensive ones, because I'm not into buying really expensive brushes, and I know I've said before, your makeup is only as good as the tools you use, but it's just me being able to afford it. But I got this from Boots, and I think it was about £6-7, and the fact that you get a balm and a little cleaning thing as well, it works really well. You literally just put it under some water, you swipe it in the balm, and then you clean it with a pad, bit of water, and you're sorted. You just have to let them dry for a bit as well, and so I really recommend it. Boots, it's great. And now we're going on to the makeup. 5 minutes into the video, I've been nattering away, so I apologise if you don't like the previous stuff, but let's start with have quite a few palettes to talk about, but I'm going to talk about in just a random order. So the first product I've been loving so much is the e.l.f. Putty Poreless Putty Primer, and I use this in so many of my videos, and I just love the way this feels on my skin. It is extremely softening. It is, you know, helping my pores kind of not be blocked, but as in like closing up my pores and making them a bit smaller, just to be a bit more kind of, I don't know, just make my makeup look so much nicer. And the fact that it's nice and kind of like putty style, so you, when it rubs into the skin, it just settles in so well. There's so many different primers, different types of primers I use to kind of see how it affects my skin. So I've been using this a lot, and also one of the sprays from Essence, and they've been working really well for my skin, especially this one. So I got this from Superdrug, and I think it was about £6-7, and I've been using it a lot, and it's barely going down. Like you can see, it's going to be lasting me a while, so that's pretty good. I don't slap it all on because you don't need that much with a primer. And then talking of e.l.f., again with like putty style things, I've got the Putty Eye Primer, and this is amazing. It's been making my eyeshadow stand out so well. And again, I've been using one of the Makeup Revolution primers as well for the eyes, but this works amazingly. It's a little bit dry, but when you rub it onto your eyelid, it kind of melts into it and it dries up super quickly. The cons, I mean, the con with the Makeup Revolution one is that it takes a long time to dry down, so you have to pat it down, whereas with this, it literally, you put it on and then you can put eyeshadow on top of it. And if you want your eyeshadow to stand out a lot more, using something like this is really going to help. And I believe this was around £5. Again, you can get e.l.f. in Superdrug and in Boots as well, and even on their main website. I got this from their website because at the time when I went to a Boots, they didn't have it, and I really wanted to try it. And I'm really glad I did, because again, it's a really small pot, but I don't think I'm anywhere near like finishing it. And they have different kind of tones as well. So for different skin tones, they would have like maybe they've got like a white one, and then they go like deeper with the skin tones. So very nice. And then going on to another primer, I have the Essence Hello Good Stuff. Is it like a CBD? I guess it doesn't say CBD on here, but it does say Caring Hemp Seed Oil, so pretty similar. Again, another primer that I really liked. This doesn't have any silicones, any parabens, microplastic in it, but when I've been using it, it is super nice, and I only ever use like the tiniest amount because it just settles into my skin really nicely. It leaves my skin with a bit of a shine, but because I'm putting a foundation on top of it, you don't really see it. And it smells quite nice as well. It smells really refreshing, like kind of floral kind of aspect, but it is just nice and softening. And again, with essence, it's so cheap. I think this was about £3-4, and I got this from Wilkinson's. Most Wilkinson's will have an essence stand, and this is really good. I'm really glad I tried this out because, again, it makes my skin really soft, and I need that for my foundation, especially if I'm wearing it for a long time. It will just settle in really nicely. Now let's go on to some other face products. The palettes I'm going to leave till last because palettes are always the ones that are a bit more exciting to see. Let's go in with, let's talk about Beauty Bay because I've been talking about them non-stop. I'm like my previous video I did just testing out these products and one of the eyeshadow palettes as well, but I am in love with their highlighter and their blush at the moment. Like, I think I've been using them in every single video that I've been making recently, and especially when it comes to the blush, it has a shimmer in it, but it's so nice. It makes me glow so much. I'm using it today, and also the highlighter you probably cannot see because of my lighting, but I love this blush so much, and I definitely want to be trying more of them, even though I probably don't need any more, but we'll see. I'll see if I want to treat myself. But like I mentioned, they have blushes for all skin tones, so that's one thing I'm loving about Beauty Bay is that they're catering to so many different, well, to all skin tones, really. That's what I'm kind of getting at, to be honest. But when it comes to this highlighter, oh my god, I got the shade Beam, and it is, every time I use it I just get really excited. This is probably my favorite product of the month because it just, every time I use it I'm just amazed. Again, you probably cannot see it, but it's here. Yeah, this is amazing. I know it's very glittery and it looks very it looks like it's going to break apart, so if you do get it, be very careful because it looks like maybe if you drop it, it could just smash or break apart. But when you use it on the skin, it is just gorgeous pigment. Yeah, again, like I mentioned, I think I mentioned in my previous video as well that they have bronzers. I'm not really a bronze person, so I don't really feel like I should really buy one because I just won't use it. And I know that they're quite decently priced because I think these both were £6 each, and especially for a brand like Beauty Bay where they're still bringing out their own makeup, for it to be £6 is like drugstore price, so it's fantastic. Another highlighter I got is the Makeup Obsession in the shade Mega Honey, and this is really pigmented as well. It's really quite similar to the Beauty Bay one, and it's a gold. You can see that much better. Yeah, this is like £3 or £3.50 from the Revolution website, and again, every time I use it, it gleams, it beams, it's so gorgeous. Yeah, I really love Makeup Obsession. Every time I kind of do videos, I talk about how much I love the brand because I've been using them for so long. But yeah, if you want a nice cheap highlighter, please, and again, they have many different variations for different skin tones. And now we're going on to mascara. This is so random, but I got this mascara from Wilkinson's as well because they just started to sell Technique makeup, and I wanted to try out a new mascara, and I think this was like £2.50, and the bristles are really just nice and simple. It just, yeah, it works really well on my eyes. I haven't got it on today because I just couldn't be bothered to put on mascara, but it's nice. It's £2.50, and I really want to try more Technique makeup. I know they pretty much sell like a full face, where I bought Body Collection as well, so they have stuff which is pretty cheap. Like I said, £2.50, and it's pretty decent. So let's get on to the palettes, and we'll talk about the palettes that I'm wearing today. And it's the Rose Metal palette. Oh, excuse the noise outside. This palette, yeah, what can I say? It's amazing. Let me just show you what I've done today. I've just done something really simple, because I did it off camera. And yeah, this palette is just one of my favorite collection of colors, because rose gold is one of my favorite kind of colors ever. And this selection is beautiful because you've got a selection of like some golds, and you got some kind of pinks and one or two kind of darker tones to kind of darken out the corners. But this palette is gorgeous. It's £20, but for an independent brand like Lois Cosmetics, they have two palettes out at the moment. The other palette they have is kind of like a neon colour palette, but this one I have wanted for so long, and I thought I'm gonna get it, and I love it. I did a whole video dedicated to this palette because I only bought the palette. They do sell other products as well, but maybe in the future I will purchase them. And now I've got two Revolution palettes. Well, yeah, this is the Makeup Obsession After Dark palette. When I did the makeup haul and try on, I use this palette and I really love it. It's got so many kind of tones that really just like cater to me, which is just like dark tones basically. It's just such a nice selection of shades. So you've got some dark greens and you've got a lot of shimmers, which I love. This palette I believe is £6, which again for Makeup Obsession is really good. And I did talk about it in my haul video, so check that out when I tried it all on. But this is definitely a palette I will be using a lot more in the future because it's just got a nice array of colours and the pigmentation is really good as well. And then another palette I got is the Nightmare Before Christmas one. I've used this a few times on my channel already, and it's just a nice selection, and it's horror, and it's yeah, it's makeup, and it's just, yeah, Nightmare Before Christmas, which I absolutely love and adore this movie. Again, I did a video dedicated to this and the highlighter. The highlighter I wasn't so impressed about, but this palette, even though it's stuck together, it's a gorgeous palette. Again, Revolution always do really good makeup, so I was really happy I purchased this. I know that it's still sold out at the moment, but if you wanted to get it, I think they're restocking it in December, I saw on their website. So definitely get it. I think it was like £15, and there were two palettes. There was the Jack and the Sally one, and they came up with some like lip toppers and stuff, not for me, but the palette I was just like, I'm getting. And the colour selection, I mean, it's quite random because the film is quite a dark animation. Well, it's a claymation, but then I guess you needed to have some kind of colour in the palettes to make it wearable and a bit more, you know, appealing to people. But again, it's good eyeshadows, it's really good pigments. Yeah, it's really good basically. And then the last product, my favourites is the Beauty Bay Brights palette. Again, I used it in the last video, and I only used one row, so in the next maybe a few videos or something I'll be testing out the other two rows. But this palette is freaking just spraying stuff around, just freaking gorgeous. I mean, you can do so much with this palette. I mean, I used the purple row just here, but each row is an eye look in itself, and I know I mentioned that in my video, but I'm loving this palette, and I'm loving Beauty Bay as well, even though, well, yeah, and they sell a lot of products that I have wanted, so I just purchase them, I get points, and I can get other stuff as well. But yeah, this is my favourites of the month. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope you like some of these products. If you do, let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Yeah, I've got quite a few more videos coming up soon. I might have maybe one more Halloween look in me. I'll see if I can do one for tomorrow, because obviously Halloween is here, yay, even though it's Halloween all the time for me. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you see you in the next one. Bye guys.